What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Scythe and we are back again for some more Terraria 1.3 beautifulness. So in the last episode, we attempted fighting the twins, and we would have actually gotten away with it if it wasn't for those mangy mana potions running out. So I have been busy. I have been fighting and fighting and fighting as many mimics as I could get, which wasn't that many. We only ended up getting up to about 30 potions, which I'm not sure if that is an appropriate amount for us to fight the twins, but I was reading up, and hashtag can confirm that my suspicions, because I kind of remembered. I remember a long time ago going to hard mode and thinking, like, I remember reading up that the twins was, at the time anyway, one of the harder bosses of hard mode. So, technically speaking, we were actually supposed to be, oddly enough, fighting the mechanical worm boss first, and then hopefully getting enough gear that we could fight against the twins. Now, we actually have, I was also looking up, here's another spell. This is the equivalent of Golden Stream or whatever. This is the equivalent of another spell that normally we would get from, what is it? If we had Corruption, I think it would be a different spell. But this one is actually a very, very good spell because it's just a solid stream of death that kills and also decreases target's defense by, I think, 20, I think it's like 20 armor or something. It's actually an incredible, very powerful spell, that's for darn sure. This one has not been very good to me. But it's an incredibly powerful spell, and as you can see, it's supposed to be one of the very, very good ones for fighting the twins. That's where I actually read up about it in the first place. But unfortunately, I got some tips from Superior Fan, shout out to you, buddy, where when we fight the mechanical worm, he is actually immune to all status effects. So that kind of sucks for us because, unfortunately, we won't, the spell is still very, very good, but it won't damage him as much as I would like it to. Now, for the mechanical worm, I am not sure whether or not we should be using summoner gear. I was reading up, there is actually higher level summoner gear, but it's pretty much like after all of the bosses. So it still is not ideal because I guess the game considers that we're supposed to be still using the spider armor, which the spider armor is good, don't get me wrong. And we might want to actually be using it for the mechanical worm. I am not exactly sure because I know the way that he works the same as any other worm where he's gonna come straight up because maybe we'll fight him today, I don't know. He comes straight up, we gotta dodge and get under him while he comes back down, and then we can just do a big wall of death around us so long as he doesn't squish us and then start causing major damage. But another thing, too, that I completely forgot in the last episode when we were fighting the twins is I had our stupid lucky coin on, which I really shouldn't have had that on our person. Oh yeah, that's right. And Superior helped me out a little bit. I didn't even know that we could end up fighting the wall of flesh again, too. So that was pretty nuts, man. But yeah, so anyway, we're gonna put on our knockback shield because this is very, very OP. Still a very good item that we're supposed to have. And what I'm not sure about, see, here's the thing. I wouldn't be overthinking this so much, except for the fact that making another worm boss, like a mechanical worm, because we don't have corruption, it's actually very, very difficult for us. Because as far as I've read anyway, we guaranteed need rotten flesh, but you can only get that from corruption. So outside of going into a new world just so that we could find ourselves some corruption, bringing it back to ours to create our own mini corruption biome, I mean, it's tricky, man. It's tough. So anyway, let's get all of our mana and stuff out because I think we will be able to beat this guy. I hope so. Oh, do we have money to deposit? Yes, we do. Most definitely. Let's get that in the bank too, which means it's gonna put all our potions away. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, so I want to try and fight him today. But like I said, I'm not sure whether or not our spiders going to be better because they'll be like constantly nipping at him, or are these spells going to be better? Now, I know this one's also a very good spell because it pierces through enemies. So that's actually very, very good, especially for the worm boss, even though it doesn't actually how should I put it? Like, it doesn't actually, oh my, why is our map like reloading? Oh yeah, that's a weird bug I read about. Ugh. Oh boy, you know what we do need to bring with us though? Not the stopwatch. Where's our normal tells the time? Yep, we need to bring that because 7:30 is when the nighttime actually shows up. So let's go and try and fight this guy. Even though he can't actually get the armor effects on him. And we actually got a very good roll on this one too, Godly, where it's got 14% damage, critical strike chance, and knockback, which knockback is not necessarily something that we want. I was also reading on walkthroughs, most people, when they're going through this game, actually re-roll an item until it's like the best possible. So I don't know if we're gonna end up doing that, man, because that's... I don't know. That's nuts. That's a bit crazy. But knockback is definitely not something we need. And I know that we're... Well, I guess we shouldn't really head over to our corruption, should we? No, you know what? We should actually be heading over to the dungeon instead. Because that's kind of where we have our other arena that we had set up for the Skeletron. But you know what? I'm actually going to read up real quick here. Real quick like, because I'm not sure whether or not we have to summon him on Crimson or Corruption. Yes, we are able to summon him everywhere, but ignore everything, like every one of my concerns earlier where I said we needed rotten chunks and stuff like that. I just scrolled down on that same tutorial page and I just finally read up that vertebrae are the counterpart. And we got plenty of vertebrae. So, never mind. Even if we end up failing fighting this guy the first time, that means we are going to be able to fight him again. But again, I read up that, yes, he is considered one of the easiest bosses. Oh my goodness, that time sure is flying, man. We gotta go. We gotta go. Why is 1 second a minute? Jeez Louise. All right. Come at me, monster. Come at me. Why'd the game lie and say we could summon him at any time? Oh, that's 8 a.m., not nighttime. That's the morning. Well, raspberries on me, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, but, oh boy. I took a moment to realize what we were going to actually do next to kill some time, because I personally don't really feel like sitting and wasting my time in real life, because I got stuff to do, man. I gotta work, so I don't know if we're gonna necessarily be able to fight the mechanical worm today, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the troll, like, intro where I was kind of preparing for it and everything like that, but mechanical worm, so this is actually what it costs to craft him. Very, very easy, but we need more souls of night because that is actually our last soul of night. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spending probably just today's episode gathering some resources. So the way that we can get souls of night, I kept thinking that it was like only during nighttime and the souls of light were only during the day. That is not true. Another thing that I was gravely mistaken on, where no, in fact, we just have to kill enemies in the Crimson biome for night souls and the pearlescent biome for the light souls. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. I also can half show you all. My goodness, this guy, this is a good spell, but at the same time, it doesn't really like push. It doesn't do as much. Oh! There's demon altars I didn't even notice, man. Good. There's 3 of them right there, actually. Huh? Why'd he do this? Where's my pwn hammer? Where are the pwns? Come on, put it down. There you go. Jeez. Okay, good. So anyways, yes, destroy it. Give us some more Ochilium. Even though we don't necessarily need any of these resources anymore, it is still a good idea to keep pushing it because we do need it, man. We do need it. Hiya! That's still very, very good. Get out of my face, man. I'll hit you with my weird water stream spell that I don't really understand. There's another one right there, man. There is actually so much. Why are we so slow right now? What's going on? Oh, we have a slow... Oh, that's that slow buff that I was reading up about. That some of our gear would take care of if I bothered to actually get it. Well, goodbye, torches. No. 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 Attack the thing right in your face, Buster. Ha-ha. I will hit you with my weird magic spells. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I don't think we're going to have enough time today, ladies and gentlemen. we are going to have to fight that beautiful boss in the next episode, hopefully, and hopefully we'll win. I honestly have no idea if we will, but if he's easy enough, we might actually camp that guy and keep fighting him a couple times over, just so that we can get enough resources that we would be able to fight the twins, because we need to get, like, in order to get, like, your next armor and progress and everything like that, we need to get our hands on resources from the bosses. And I'm pretty sure his, like, gives the soul of might or something like that, and then the eye gives soul of Scythe, and the Skeletron, I honestly don't even know what he gives. But anyway, I am surprised that even though we were actually coming here for our souls of night or whatever resources, we don't seem to be getting any of them. Then again, what have we killed? 2 enemies? Get out of here! You're one of the worst enemies ever. Whee! I think also you have to be like a certain level of underground. Well, that would be a skill shot if, you know, if it would actually work. Oh, I like how this ability has like knockback. We have knockback on it and it's not really doing it. I will hit you with your own weird spell right back at you. And now you will give me stuff. And fight the gigantic fish. That's still, there we go, Soul of Night. Okay, so we're low enough now. Still very, very good. Very, very good spell. Here is also, which everybody I'm sure already knows about this. This is like corrodium, or I don't know what it's called, honestly. But it's the next, like, that's like a really hard ore that we can only get, I think, post-golem? I'm not exactly sure if it's him or one of the other bosses. I think it is, though, because I know he's got a lot to do with stuff. Get out of here. Take this, weird little turtle. Die. Eat him. Eat his face off. Where are we? There was a specific spot that I had set up for all of this, where I was actually getting like tons of souls of night, which, well, there we at least got one there. Whoa! I will fight you, weird creatures. This thing does not seem to have as much knockback as it advertises. Like, seriously. Maybe it's just not a very good knockback spell. Ooh! Secret water chest. Is this secretly gonna give us? Oh. Trident. That's not something that we need, but it's still very, very cool that we ended up coming across it. So there is, like, so much of that resource all around here. Wow! A secret hole! By the way, also, you can kind of tell, only kind of, though, that based on like the way that the world is all cut up and stuff, I was actually kind of trying to set up, like, I don't know what's going on with our map being gone. That's what we're doing today, is getting our map back. But I was setting up the world so that the corruption would stop at certain points, because otherwise it was starting to like go through our world like a lot faster than I thought it did. Jungle Batman. All right. Whoa. Stop nudging your head on the tiniest little blocks, dude. This is another good spot, I think. I don't even need our map up. Don't even worry about it. I got so much of them skills. Ooh. There's some more of that. Get out of here, you weird jerk face. It is actually, is it nighttime yet? No, it's only 7:30. So, yeah, that'll definitely be in the next episode. At least challenging him. I hope he's a lot easier. I hope he's as easy as everybody says online. Because otherwise, otherwise we're screwed. Unless we just get lucky with fighting one of the bosses. Because I'm always very reliant on, like, gear and stuff. Because I will admit that I'm not very good at this game. Like, I don't know. I've always had a very hard time with it. It's very cool and I love it, don't get me wrong. But it's like, man, I get my butt kicked a lot. Whoa! I don't know why either. There's something about it. What keeps hitting us? Weird little plants and stuff just keep going, eh. But yeah, this Crimson, actually, unfortunately, goes pretty much all the way to the end of the world. Like, we actually got very unlucky with it, where because I didn't know for the longest time that it was generating secretly behind the scenes, it pretty much took over, like, I don't even know what the percentage is at, but it's like 30 or 40% or something. Something ridiculous. Like, something that's crazy. That's why you can see, like, I've tried my best anyways to set all this up so that it wouldn't spread. But as you can see, some spots it still spreads, which is kind of weird because as far as I was reading up, it could only spread across a 3-part thing, which maybe it's got to do with this oh, there is no background there. There's really no background there? That's kind of weird. Okay. Whoa. I wanted more Souls of Night, but nope. I guess we're not getting that many today. Even though... Is there more corruption over here? Yes, there is. Wow. Okay. Scratch that. Our whole world is going to get corrupted with crimson. Crimsoned. Crimsoned? I don't know what the plural is for crimson. Crimsoned. Yep, that'll work. Alright, let's just dig into this random cave because we're almost on time anyway. I know we didn't get that much done today as far as progress, but we also did at the same time because we got a lot of preliminary stuff out of the way, and I'm just gonna actually keep hunting some more night souls and stuff like that and try to kill some time so that in the next episode, next week, we can actually try and fight the gigantic mechanical worm. And hopefully I don't just get my butt handed to me. But anyway, get out of here. Get lost, creatures. Ooh, we can have it rain down on them. That could actually be very, very deadly. Oh, yes, it could. But you know what? We are gonna call it here, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixelsano, and stay epic, everybody.
Believe in yourself. Don't care